Let's rewind time to two unforgettable decades, the 70s and 80s. It was a golden age of toys where every birthday, Christmas, and special occasion was a chance to unwrap pure joy. From mind-bending puzzles to cuddly companions, these toys weren't just playthings, they were legends. So, buckle up for a nostalgic journey that'll have you saying, "Oh, I had one of those." On today's list, we will be going over childhood toys from the psychedelic 70s to the neon-lit 80s. Now, without any further ado, let's get started.
There be anything else?
Yes, do you have a Miss Piggy?
Nerf Ball. The Nerf Ball was launched in 1969 as the world's first official indoor ball. How safe was it? Well, marketing promised you can't damage lamps or break windows. You can't hurt babies or old people. The ball filled a strong consumer need, and by 1970 saw more than 4 million Nerf balls being sold. The 4-inch ball was followed by a large version called the Super Nerf Ball. The ball helped Nerf discover what its customers wanted, and after its release, Nerf released a series of other products. Today, Nerf's popular product type is Nerf Blasters, which are toy plastic guns that shoot foam darts. Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Rock'em Sock'em Robots first hit toy store shelves in 1964. But it wasn't until the 1970s that it became a must-have game for kids. Each player takes control of one of the two robots, Red Rocker and Blue Bomber, both of which are standing on a platform molded in bright yellow high-impact polystyrene plastic, representing a boxing ring. By pushing plunger buttons on a pair of joysticks at the base of the platform, players make their robot punch at their opponent's robot. If a robot's head is hit with sufficient force at a suitable angle, the head will overextend away from the shoulders, signifying that the other player has won the round. The losing player then pushes the head back to the shoulders to get ready for the next round. In popular culture, it has made many cameos in many films, such as the 1999 Disney Pixar animated film Toy Story 2, 2004 Incredibles, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and many more films. Stretch Armstrong. The Stretch Armstrong toy concept was created by Jesse D. Horowitz, the industrial designer for Kenner's Research and Development Group, and hit the store in 1976. It resembled a short, muscular man with blonde hair, wearing black trunks, but can be stretched from its normal size of about 15 inches to 4 to 5 feet. Stretch Armstrong is made of latex rubber, filled with gelled corn syrup, which allows it to retain shape for a short time before shrinking to its original shape. The figure sold steadily up until 1979, at which point the novelty seemed to wear off. The figures can still be purchased today on sites like Amazon, eBay, Target, and Walmart. Atari. The 70s saw the release of the very first Atari home gaming console, which was priced at a whopping $199. While that doesn't sound super expensive, it adjusts to over $1,000 today. Atari VCS was a cartridge-based system that allowed users to play a variety of video games. The Atari console marked the beginning of a new era in home gaming systems. The console came with 2 joysticks, a pair of paddles, and a 2-player game called Combat, and later Pac-Man. Atari sold between 350,000 and 400,000 Atari VCS units in 1977, attributed to the delay in shipping the units and consumers' unfamiliarity with a swappable cartridge console that is not dedicated to only one game. Today, multiple retro-style consoles and micro-consoles have been released since the lifespan of the original Atari. Pet Rock. Pet Rock is a collectible toy made in 1975 by advertising executive Gary Dahl. He came up with the idea in a bar while listening to his friends complain about their pets. This gave him the idea for the perfect pet, a rock. A rock would not need to be fed. walked, bathed, or groomed, and it would not die, become sick, or be disobedient. Doll said that they were to be the perfect pet and joked about it before eventually producing it. The rocks were packaged in custom cardboard boxes, complete with ventilation holes and straw bedding, imitating a pet carrier. The fad lasted about 6 months, ending after a short increase in sales during the Christmas season of December 1975. Although by February 1976 they were discontinued due to low sales, dolls sold over 1 million pet rocks for $4 each and became a millionaire. I'm sure Doll wasn't likely upset over that. Uno. Uno is a proprietary American shedding type card game, originally developed in 1971 by Merle Robbins in Reading, Ohio. The first original deck of cards were designed and made right on Robbins' family dining room table with the help of Merle's wife and daughter-in-law. Later, with the savings of about $8,000, they made the first 5,000 Uno decks to sell. The rights were later sold to Robert Tizak, who had become a fan for $50,000, plus royalties for 10 cents per pack. Tizak formed International Games Inc. to market Uno until 1992, when it became a part of the Mattel family of companies. Uno includes 108 cards of 4 color suits: red, yellow, green, blue. The deck also contains 4 wild cards and 4 wild draw 4. Uno remains popular today, with new rule changes and different variations. Pound Puppies. Pound Puppies are a variety of plush stuffed dog dolls with floppy ears and droopy eyes, created by Mike Bowling in 1984. They were originally produced by Irwin Toy in Toronto, Canada, before the line was produced by Tonka, which introduced them to the US market. They came in a variety of colors, and each one came in a cardboard case shaped like a doghouse with an adoption certificate. The toys became so popular, it inspired an animated TV special, 2 animated series, and a feature film.
Here's Cooler, Whopper, Nose Marie, Bright Eyes, and Howler.
A line of cats called Pound Purries was also released. The toy line was discontinued in 2002. Cabbage Patch Kids. Cabbage Patch Kids made its debut on toy shelves in the year of 1983, launched by Coleco. They were inspired by the Little People soft sculptured dolls, sold by Xavier Roberts as collectibles. Each doll came with a unique name, birth certificate, and adoption papers, adding a personal and emotional connection for children.
Mama, I wanted a Cabbage Patch doll with long hair.
How about you have no doll with no hair?
During the 1983 Christmas season, parents in the United States frantically searched everywhere for the coveted Cabbage Patch Kids dolls. While many stores had extremely long waiting lists, others had a first-come, first-served policy, which led to shocking, vicious fights between potential buyers. The Cabbage Patch Kids frenzy of 1983 was to be the first of many such holiday season toy frenzies in the years to come. The doll brand set every toy industry sales record for 3 years running and was one of the most popular lines of children's licensed products in the 1980s and has become one of the longest-running doll franchises in the United States. The brand has changed hands quite several times and is currently owned by Wicked Cool Toys since 2015. Glo Worm. The Glo Worm was introduced in 1982 as a stuffed toy for young children. This was designed by Hasbro's Playskool division. The plush pajama worm body contained a battery-powered device that, when squeezed, would light up the toy's vinyl head from within, creating a soft glow and making it the perfect nighttime companion. Upon its release, it was a success, prompting Hasbro to release a series of storybooks, nightlights, videos, and other merchandise that was also produced until the early 1990s. The product was later criticized for harming children, and its plastic head was softened with phthalates, which can be dangerous if swallowed by children. The Glo Worm is still made today, although with an updated appearance for a little under $20. Nintendo Zapper. The Zapper is an electronic light gun accessory launched within the Nintendo Entertainment System in North America on October 18, 1985. It requires a compatible Nintendo game, such as Duck Hunt, Wild Gunman, and Hogan's Alley. Its internal optical sensor allows the player to aim at a television set and accurately shoot at in-game targets. When the Zapper's trigger is pressed, the game causes the entire screen to become black for one frame. Then, on the next frame, all valid targets that are on the screen are drawn all white as the rest of the screen remains black. The Zapper detects this change in light level and determines if any of the targets are in its hit zone. If a target is hit, the game determines which one was hit based on the time of the flash, as each target flashes for one video frame, one after another. The Zapper can only be used on CRT displays. It will not work on LCDs, plasma displays, or other flat panel displays due to the display lag.
As well as different flat screens. I tried this OLED TV as well as a TCL LCD TV, and I would only get sporadic hits. So you could see one here in the video, but that was the only one I was able to capture when I turned the camera on. There was one point where I got maybe 2 or 3 hits out of 10.
It was discontinued in 1998 with the successor of the Super Scope. The legacy of the Nintendo Zapper prompted the Wii Zapper for the Wii console, which was a plastic casing for the Wii remote attached to the nunchuck that is held like a gun for point-and-shoot gameplay. The Rubik's Cube. Though the Rubik's Cube was invented in 1974 by Hungarian sculptor Erno Rubik, it rose to international fame in the 80s, becoming a popular pastime for children and adults alike. It was easy to lose track of time trying to solve the cube, though once you got the hang of it, you might start zipping through it to beat your previous record. On the original classic Rubik's Cube, each of the 6 faces was covered by 9 stickers, with each face in one of 6 solid colors. Some later versions of the cube have been updated to use colored plastic panels instead. An internal pivot mechanism enables each face to turn independently, thus mixing up the colors. For the puzzle to be solved, each face must be returned to having only one color. Although the Rubik's Cube reached the height of its mainstream popularity in the 1980s, it is still wildly known and used today with new styles to keep the toy interesting. Well, this brings us to the end of our list today. Let me know in the comments below if you know of any other toys from the 70s and 80s that we didn't cover, or if you are surprised by any of the ones we went over in the video. See you next time!